Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and this is episode number 6 of my Face Reading and Physiognomy series. And in this particular video, we're going to be talking about the shape and size of your eyes and what that can reveal about you. So stay tuned. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. The size and shape of your eyes can reveal so much about you. But specifically, one of the major secrets that can be revealed through the shape and size of your eyes is how you communicate yourself with others. How much of yourself that you're willing to give or to hold back. Taschen's Book of Symbols says this about the eye. Legend has it that humanity is descended from the tears of God. The eye retains this magic aura, shining, sparkling, withering, radiating. The eye receives and emits light, looks out and looks in, is a window on the soul and on the world, revealing and perceiving, seeing through and true. It can also see too much or nothing at all. The eye illuminates, understands, expresses, protects, scorches, and stares. We can feel truly known by the way another's eyes take us in, and despair and sorrow at being unseen. On my channel, we have already talked about the eyes a little bit in Face Reading and Physiognomy episode number 4, where I discussed what the color of your eyes can reveal about you. So if you want all of the information about that video, be sure to go check that one out. But we'll just quickly go over some of the more popular eye colors here. Brown-eyed people are very grounded. Blue-eyed people are intuitive. Green-eyed people are compassionate. And people with hazel eyes are very adaptable. Before I get into the shape and size of your eyes and what it can reveal about you, I just want to remind all of you that when it comes to physiognomy and face reading, it's important to remember that the entire face is telling the whole story. And in this particular video, we are only zooming into one small feature of the whole face. So while this can reveal some things about you, the eye shape and size itself is not going to reveal the entire story. So to get the whole story, you have to look at the whole entire face, because some things might override other things. It just depends on what story your whole face has to tell. In today's video, like so many other of the face reading videos, I'm going to be referring to information that I learned from the book Wisdom of Your Face by Jean Hanner. So this is a great source if you want to learn more about face reading and what you can learn about people by taking a look at their face. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the shape and size of your eyes and what it can reveal about you. If you have large eyes that are held wide open, this is usually a sign that it's very natural for you to express yourself and to express your feelings. The people with the wide open eyes don't really hide what they're thinking in any situation. And so this makes them great people to have as friends because they're openly affectionate. And you never really have to wonder what they're thinking because they'll likely tell you what they're thinking. Now, if you have these large or wide open eyes, you may also wear your heart on your sleeve. And of course, that can cause particular difficulties for you. So you just want to be careful of people taking advantage of you, or you have to be careful of falling in love or trusting someone too quickly or easily due to having this openness about you. If you hold your eyes open in a more narrowed way, then there is a limit to how much communication that you are willing to accept from others. So in any relationship, whether it's personal or professional, if you have the narrowed eyes, you will not be as gullible. So you would be more skeptical, and you'll probably think of yourself in a more realist way. And people with the narrowed eyes might find it hard to trust people, and they can be very suspicious of other people's motives. Now, if you have the narrowed eyes, you are good at thinking things out logically, and you have good perceptive abilities. So if someone wants to convince you of something, they'll actually have to work pretty hard to get you convinced. So if you have narrow eyes, you tend to guard yourself and how much you're willing to share about your inner self. You're more guarded in intimate relationships, and you won't express your emotions as easily. And sometimes you might even think it's silly to express yourself emotionally as well. So you might actually feel things deeply, but would have difficulty letting these emotions out when the time is right. So someone with the narrowed eyes might take longer to fall in love, but when they do, they will love deeply and completely. And now we'll be discussing shallow set eyes versus deep set eyes. Now, in order to find out if your eyes are shallow or deep set, you simply take your index finger, close an eye, and place your tip of your finger on your eyebrow, and then let your finger rest on your cheek. Now, if you can feel your actual eyeball on your finger, which I can, so that means I have a shallow set eye. If you place your finger here from your brow to your cheek and you do not feel your eyeball, then that would mean that you have deep set eyes. If you have shallow set eyes like me, these type of eyes are similar to the people who have wide open held eyes, because you are more natural, forthcoming about what's going on the inside. You're going to be someone who's very open to give your thoughts to others, and also more open to receive input from others as well. So this is a good quality in a lot of ways, but you have to be careful not to be too easily influenced by what other people are saying or doing. If you have deep set eyes, you're going to be much more reserved than most other people. You'll be even more reserved than people even with the narrow eyes. So if you have deep set eyes, you won't easily share your feelings and your thoughts with other people, because you will be looking at situations and evaluating them privately on the inside instead of offering your opinions to others. So if you have narrowed and deep set eyes, then you probably have a very hard time communicating your feelings or being open with others. So you may have a lot of hidden emotions, and that might make it feel like you're not capable of easily sharing that with others because they may not understand you. So this will be also natural for some people with these narrowed and deep set eyes to carry suspicions toward everyone around them, and they'll have difficulty trusting anyone. And now we're going to look at the slant of the eye. So in order to identify if you have an upturn or a downturn slanted eye, you simply have to look at the inner corner of your eye versus the outer corner of your eye. So if you draw an imaginary line from the inner corner to the outer corner, you will be able to see if it is balanced and the same, which most people are. So I don't really have an upturn or a downturn in my eyes because the inner corner of my eye and the outer corner of my eye are generally balanced. But if you see that your outer corner goes up or down from that inner corner, then that would mean that you have an upturn or a downturn slanted eye. So if the outer corner of your eye is slightly higher than the inner corner of your eye, then you have upturned eyes. And overall, this is a sign of optimism and cleverness and a general positive personality. So you're likely an ambitious person who likes to take opportunities that come your way because you have a quick mind and can see more possibilities in any situation. If the outer corner of your eye appears slightly lower than the inner corner, then this would be a downturn eye. And this is a sign of someone with a very kind nature. So the person with the downturned eye would risk being taken advantage of possibly because they have such a soft heart. But they do have a more pessimistic nature as well. So these eyes show a tendency toward pessimism or sadness. So it's possible that the people with the downturned eyes might give up too easily. While the shape and size of your eyes can indicate how you are as a communicator and how you like to share your thoughts and feelings with others, your eyelids themselves can indicate your perception of others as well as your behaviors. Your lower eyelids are a mirror of how you approach and respond to other people. So if you have a curved lower lid, this will show that you have more openness and warmth. And if you have a straight lower lid, this will show an emphasis on logic rather than emotions. If your upper eyelid comes down to cover some of your iris, that means that you tend to be fair and objective and will look at other people's point of view. But it also might mean that you're a little secretive about your own feelings. So if your eyelid goes very low into the iris, then you're very private. And a lot of people might never know the real you or your real truth. Generally speaking, when someone is holding their eyes open, you can see on both sides of the iris the whites of their eyes. But if you notice that you can see the whites either under the iris or above the iris, this could indicate certain levels of stress that the person is taking on in their life. So if the whites of your eyes are visible under the iris, this is a symptom of high stress in the current moment. And if you see the whites visible above the irises, that will actually show chronic stress that has been going on for an extended period of time. So if you can see the whites of your eyes anywhere other than on the sides, then that would just indicate that you need to bring balance back into your life. Maybe a healthier lifestyle or more positive thinking. You have to do something to relieve yourself of the stress that you've been experiencing. Who would believe that so small a space would contain the images of all the universe? What tongue will it be that can unfold so great a wonder? Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you like this video, be sure to click that like button. And if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I'm inviting you now to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you can turn on that notifications bell if you would like to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.